Good evening, everyone. How are you doing out there? What is the story now? We shall see how this goes because there have been serious problems in the world of YouTube today. So we shall see if I start buffering or whatnot, and if I do, I'll pull the plug. How are we all keeping out there? Ah, yes, indeed. We have got so far, we have two people in the stream. We have Brian Ullman and we have White Sapphire. Good evening, White Sapphire. How are you? It's like, I don't know how well the live stream's going to go. There's been a few live streams today that have not gone very well. We were watching Radio Cruncher earlier on, and severe buffering and problems with his stream. YouTube is experiencing some sort of server issue today. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Also, I want you to tell me if you see any advertisements on this live stream. You shouldn't, but we will see, because I have disabled monetization for this live stream completely. I think there's enough generous people in the live chat that we don't need to have the live stream monetized in its own right. Kev B, my Fluke 83 Mark III has lost its fucking marbles, so I might post it over to you. I think it's worth getting it looked at, but I'll send you an email anyway, and tell me how much it costs or whatever, and I'll get it in the post to you, because I think it's worth keeping. We have Rowney Mooney. Rowney Mooney's also noticed. Tom King asks, what model TV is behind me? Behind me? This one. It's a little Panasonic. Who else do we have? We have Dennis is tuned in as well. Good evening, Dennis. How is... tell me, how is the audio tonight? I haven't had a chance to do anything with the audio other than change the batteries in the microphone, although I don't think that's the issue because the microphone does it's freezing. Right, if it's going to be doing this, I'm not going to stay on because it's going to be nonsense. It's not going to work out if the live stream's going to be freezing and whatnot. So we'll pull the plug if it does. You can let me know. We should actually, for once, I don't have a laptop monitoring the stream output, which I usually do. So I might just set that up now, actually, just so I can see what's going on. But live chat, click like, tell Odge how handsome he is. It's okay here, JJ, after a couple of jitters earlier. I spoke too soon. I got a Fluke 23. It's like new and dust and grime. Very good. We shall put the live on. Yeah, run the Wi-Fi on the computer. You always hotspot off the computer, which always works very well. You do Wi-Fi on. Now, I'm getting out there anyway. No, I'm not. It's spinny wheels. Yeah. No, Dennis, it's not me. It's not at my end. It's YouTube. It's been happening all day on YouTube. Buffering all day. She probably can't even hear me half the time. Right. We'll stick with it for a little while. And we'll see, but not too long. Yeah, I don't think it's happening like that, Dennis. We've new fibre optic coming into the house there. There's no issue with that. Wi-Fi super duper, all that kind of jazz. Been streaming Netflix all day, no issue. So it's definitely a YouTube problem. Radio Counter stream was round earlier, and Andy is actually on live right now, and his stream is the same. I just noted a few comments in his stream before, so that's where it's at. No issue with my internet here. One thing I will say is I've super internet here. It's first class. First class internet in the shed. Yeah, feed's a little bit behind now. Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it for a minute. I'm actually just going to. Kev B asks, is that the exploding Solara? It is indeed. It is indeed. It's had a few issues since as well. When they get that damp and wet for a protracted length of time, it's not good. So we'll turn it on in a minute and have a squint at it. But yeah, it's feeling a bit sad for itself lately. It is feeling a bit sad for itself. Let's see. There, you'll still plugged in. See, will come on. It's having all sorts of various problems. Now, what I've done on the ads front, and as I just said there, look, frame collapse. Now, that'll come out, but that seems to, I think there's a dry joint somewhere in that. All sorts of problems with it. All the pots are knackered in it from the wet. So, like, I set up the grayscale and all the other night, and it was okay, but it went haywire again. And after I had it on for a couple of hours here, and it went haywire. So you need to do a major refurbish on it. You need to change all the pots. One of the video output transistors is going intermittent. When it heats up after an hour, it's going short. So that's not good. But having said all that, it is working. We'll leave it running there for a few minutes anyway. But nothing like the smell of Corona. Let me just catch up with the comments. The slaughter did clean up surprisingly. No, I only gave it a quick lick. I didn't go too mad. We'll see. Yeah, so the television is struggling. Jeez. Yeah, I have to save it now, says Kev B. Well, what I got to do, Kev, I'll wrap it up and I'll send it over to you with the fluke. How's that sound? Anyway. It's all good, clean fun here for the most part. Super. Oh, we're getting out okay. It doesn't look too bad at the minute. Anyone else have any more issues with the connectivity? One thing I did notice earlier on when I was watching Radio Cruncher and when I was watching Andy there just before I came on, is that the chats don't freeze. You can keep chatting away, the chat still works, but the video freezes and drops out. Maybe they're getting on top of it. The other thing is, there's probably a lot of streaming going on during the day. So when it comes to the evening, there's not as much live streams and stuff going on. Oh, Kev B must have been at the Goulburn. How many people here were at the Goulburn? Did you all have a lovely day? Got any? Yeah, chat is a separate system. Super duper. Yeah, I don't know. Seems to be working all right now. Could be easing off. Let's see if Andy is still on. We'll annoy him for a minute. Yeah, he's still on. Look. Ooh, Rob's radio channel's doing the dirt on me. He's over on Andy's. Look. Anyone want to tell Andy we're streaming him here live on Odge Nodge? Yeah. That'd be a collaboration and a half, wouldn't it? He's working on a CB. He picked up a Goblin, I should suspect. Andy. Sometimes it focuses in and sometimes it doesn't. Go on. There, Andy. They're live on YouTube. We'll watch him for a minute and see, does he have any latency issues? Then we'll know. Yeah, Roundy, I seen that video yesterday. It was very interesting. Kev B picked up a few bits from the Goblin. Good stuff. Super. Them gremlins again. So let's see. Yeah, no, it was a video well worth watching. It was very interesting. Quite in depth. More so than usual, you know. And I thought it was quite interesting. Andy Doswell equals does TV workshop, or does it? No, it doesn't. Dave. That's Andy Doswell. Yeah, but the channel has no. No bear tonight, no. Can you or Roundy post a link to the stream so I can annoy him? Oh, one of you can. I probably can't, but because what'll happen is if I go trying to link something, I'll probably be. Let's see. I don't know. Let's just try actually for the crack. Let's see. YouTube. Ba, ba, ba. There you go. For the crack. Yeah, terrible floods down in Cork. Terrible, unbelievable. Oh, they thought it was on about Andy Doswell. They'll get a shock. They'll get a shock. That's not Andy Doswell. Oh, now I say, yeah. I don't want Windows back up today, thank you. No, it's definitely not Andy Doswell. Yeah. Who's that guy, so JJ? Do you not know who that is, Roundy? That's Andy. I don't know what Andy's second name is, actually. But he's a big fan of the Goblin, and you would have been at the Goblin today. I met Andy at the last Goblin I was at. A rather funny man. Himself and the Radio Cruncher have an ongoing feud, but that's between them. We won't get into that here. But it's all rather entertaining, really. How dare people share first names? Absolutely. Well, there's 3 types of people who collect televisions. Now, take me out of the equation. They're called Andy, Chris, or Steve. The amount of Andys, Chris's, and Steves that collect vintage TVs is unbelievable. That's what Mrs. Odnod says when we go to the MVCF. Because I go, that's Chris over there. And she go, which Chris? The other Chris? That's not Chris. No, this is another Chris. Chris, yeah, Chris. Not that Chris, the other Chris, yeah. They're all called Andy or Chris or Steve. Hello.
Always, mate. Never worry about that. Always welcome here.
I like that.
You're welcome to knock on my front door if you have a mind to. I'll tell you what, guys. If there's something you have to do, you have to meet Odnodge. He's a really top Irishman. He really is, man.
You hearing this?
Hello, Rob. I'm going to try and get down.
Fair play to him. Now, there you go. You heard it here first.
Oh, the damper on the VCI, yeah, the thing goes. Yeah, I'll get onto that.
Lash the white wine into you. What's he saying? He said nice things about me. I will repeat it.
Look how silent he is.
Let's see.
So now, because I didn't want all them, I just wanted 2, so I can have them come through there. There's no straps with them. But yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. That's a damper fit, right. Well, I'm going to leave it up to you, that microchip.
It's like Radio Rise. You always see the same kinds of people. There's always one snipes the deals, the first in the queue, and sells online. And you always have the dodgy seller that smells. It's about right, Dennis. Ray Bourne is here. Ray Bourne's over there as well.
Hello, my friend. Yeah, nice to see you on. You're always a welcome sight on the channel. Always, mate. Never worry about that. You're always welcome here. You're welcome to knock on my front door if you have a mind to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys. If there's something you have to do, you have to meet Odnodge. He's a really top Irishman. He really is, man. He's a right laugh. Hello, Rob.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Mrs. Odnodge. You could just play Andy.
Oh, the damper on the VCI and the vehicles. Yeah, I'll get onto that. The eject. I know. Yeah, I've worked it out now. It does look like it's like a butterfly governor. Now, what I think's happened is, I think somebody's been in there and they didn't realise the fuse was blown. And we've probably taken the cassette housing out to get the tape out. Because it was half laced, it was part laced up. That's why it wouldn't eject, because the lock on eject. But, that's going to be a service video because that's going to join my other Ferguson. I've got another vintage Ferguson.
Leave Andy there for now. There you go. There's Rob's radio channel. You need a WhatsApp group or something. Well, we'll see. Obviously, people don't want to be sharing their phone numbers though, but I believe there's a new thing now you can set up on WhatsApp that's only been launched recently, where you can be anonymous but in WhatsApp. Um, we shall see. Well, Rob, I know where you were. You were watching Andy's channel, which is quite acceptable. The studio workshop is here. Hey, Odge Nodge, and everyone. Discord doesn't agree with me. I looked on there once and I got a headache. How dare he stream at the same time as you? Andy's a top bloke, in fairness. He's a nice fella. He's a nice, decent man. I bought a high vintage power supply off Matt Galborn last year, and he had bought it off Chris All the Gear No Idea for £3. And I expressed an interest in it, and he just turned around and gave it to me. He would not accept a cent off me for it. That's the kind of chap that Andy is. Very decent man. And he knows what he's at. You can put WhatsApp on a laptop, I believe, but I don't know how. I know my father-in-law has WhatsApp on his laptop. Oh, it's linked to the phone. Oh, I see. Yes, he still got the phone tied in. Discord is confusing. I'm with you, Studio Workshop. I am with you on that. It confuses me greatly. Rob's radio channel is now a blue spanner on Andy's radio channel. Oh, very good. Yeah, very good. So, you and Roundy will be having digging matches at the next Vintage Radio show.
I catch up on your stuff.
Andy's saying nice things about me again.
I do catch up on it eventually. I get there. I get to everybody. I do. I get to everybody that subscribes that has a channel and they come on here. I do get to them. Yeah, I used to myself back in the day, Graham. I mean, they were bread and butter machines, but there was also
Oh, Andy. Michael Dranfield is here too. Good evening, sir. I have an idea, Mr. Dranfield, and I'm going to get in touch with you in the next couple of weeks to see how you feel about my idea. You might like my idea, Michael, and you might dislike my idea, but we're going to have a discussion anyway. What is a blue spanner? That's Mr. Mooney, yeah. Is Andy the one that does the GPO phones? I don't know if he does phones. I don't remember him ever looking at a phone. He mainly does hi-fi. Hi-fi record players and CB radios seem to be his main poison. I think he was in the TV trade at one time. Yeah, different guy, yeah. No, I've never seen Andy with a phone. So Roundy Mooney gets the notifications. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the Andys. As we were saying, there's Andy's, Chris's, and what's the other one? Steve. Several Steves as well on the saying. Not that many Johns, though. Chipmunk was into GPO phones. Which is good. How was the sound, lads, by the way? Trying to figure out what was wrong with me sound the other night. I don't think it was the batteries because, the microphone, it either works or it doesn't. It doesn't die off slowly. There's, once it gets to, 2.4 volts or whatever, it does, and that's it. It doesn't degrade as the batteries wear out, as you'd expect from a professional microphone. Sounds good here. Excellent. I don't know. Must have been some weird glitch in YouTube or something then. Because it did sound absolutely cat the other night. I know a few people were a bit upset the other night when I went on live, but it was only a short test transmission. It wasn't live as such. I know a lot of people missed it and were commenting afterwards, but they didn't miss anything special. Was the mic plugged in all the way if it was a 3.5 minute? No, it's not. It's like a little SRX or whatever you call it, a little mini SRX, and it locks in. And it has, you have to push a pin, you have to push a button on it to unplug it, like it's proper. So no, it wasn't that. The TV looks sick. Picture not good. I know it's not good. The TV's fucked. But the TV is less fucked than it was when we first got it. All the smoke has escaped, so I don't think there's much smoke left in her to come out. Thank you very much, Michael Tranfield. Thank you. Yeah, I love people being critical about the TV. Anyone that's being critical about that television didn't see the video. Oh, there. Anyone who's seen the video will tell you that TV is no business being sitting there with a test card on it. Fair play to you, Michael. That goes a long way indeed. And by the way, tell me if you see any ads on this live stream. Because I turned off monetization. There's no point in me having the monetization turned on the live streams because I get about 10 cents or something anyway. So it's a waste of time. So now what does happen is sometimes they'll just run ads anyway, even if you don't have it monetized. But anyway, let me know if you do see an ad. I'm going to be leaving monetization off on live streams from now on. There's simply no point. I mean, Michael Dranfield's after giving me more there than I get in a month on YouTube, just off the back of videos. And in fact, this is something that was been talked about on Radio Cruncher's live stream earlier on. They've dramatically reduced the revenue that you get on the ads now. Quite a bit. So I think YouTube's going to go through a bad patch because they're sweating the asset. They're ramming ads down people's throats. I mean, everything you watch now is 2 unskippable ads. They're just, I don't know, they're wrecking it. I mean, it's not working. I mean, we seen when it went on earlier on today, YouTube was in bits. I mean, they're probably cheaping them back on the old servers and that. They're ramming a lot of crap down your throat. The video that I put up the other night about this television, right? And some of you will have seen the ad or the video. And I monetized the video as you do, right? Because, you get a couple of pence off the video and it keeps the lights on and all that jazz, right? And I got an ad suitability flag because I used a bad word. Because when all the smoke came out of the television, I went, fuck, right? And YouTube went, boom, no, slap on the hand. No money for you, Odge, right? Now, anyone who watches YouTube will know YouTube is full to the neck of soft porn. There's horrible shit on YouTube now. And if you have kids, like, you wouldn't even want to let them watch YouTube now, right? There's all sorts of shit on YouTube. Women jumping up and down with no bras and that, which is great and all. in the right setting, but they are just pushing crap. But I say fuck, and no money for me, right? And I think it was the F word might get them upset, but everyone else is using it, and there's no issue. So I don't understand what the problem is. It's just an excuse to keep money because they're still running ads on it. They're just keeping the money, the few quid that they would give me off the side, the 40% or whatever it is. So it's not good. I think it's not the place that it once was. Anyway, that is the story. That's the story. So I don't know. YouTube's not good. So anyway, the television is working to an extent. Usually after an hour, the one of the video output transistors shorts out, and it'll go all red or green or do something, and then it will go into standby mode. And then if we let it cool down, it starts off again. So yeah, the dampness has probably gotten into the transistors and damaged them. But not to worry. It's all relative. We have 29 watching with 23 thumbs up, which is super. I will try and curtail my language. I don't like cursing just for the crack of it on the live stream. But it was more just to prove a point than anything else, you know. They use the F word on Star Trek now, so that makes it acceptable. See, even Alan Hurst got a fright when all the smoke came out of the telly. It's not edgy anymore. No, it's not. Yeah, chipmunk. Yeah, I like that. Live long and prosper. Yeah. If it ever was it ever? Probably not. Yeah, it's changed from this to this. Oh, fucking hell. Yep, the YouTube shorts are getting a bit risky to say the least. Yeah, so you know, I use a naughty word when smoke comes out of a television and tries to kill me, but you know, yeah, the shorts are cat. But they can suck you in sometimes. I don't know. YouTube is trying to chase TikTok, but TikTok and YouTube, they're not even compatible. They're two completely different things, you know. It's like the difference between reading books or watching telly, you know. You can't compare the two. Yeah, YouTube's really pushing the shorts. They're really pushing it at us. The likes of me and Michael and Andy and the other creators, because every time we go into the studio app, it's telling you, you know, make shorts. Shorts are cool. Engage with your audience with shorts. That's all right, but like the content that we make isn't short suitable. Well, maybe the smoke coming out of the telly make good short. I don't know, but yeah, I hate people who put perfectly good videos in children mode so you can't minimize the screen, add comments, or even save to watch later. YouTube shorts are an endless scrolling nightmare. Don't even have to put any effort in, yeah. Yeah, the shorts for me consist of mainly young and not so young ones wearing them. Yeah. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. 31 viewers now at the minute. Oh, super duper. Was Driver Film Shortwave Radio at the Goblin today? Any black and white valve sets coming up on your bench soon? Yes, there should be. Several. One or two nice ones as well. It's just getting the time. I need to get the bench cleared off. As you can see, that's a bit of an issue at the minute. And we will get something up soon, I hope. Time is not being good to me lately, but we're getting there slowly. I've been saying that for a long time, actually, but we are starting to make inroads. So we should be getting a few hours in the evening and getting back into this properly once again. We keep getting distracted by other crap. YouTube on channel mode problem, children protection and safety on from people what they comment on YouTube. Didn't go to the Goblin, was still tired from driving home on Saturday. Ah, okay. No bother. I hate that some American YouTubers who do vintage stuff speak in a really dumbed down way to their viewers. Anyone else notice this, or is it just how people online speak now? I don't know. Tell me, who are you talking about? Name and shame a few of this, Mr. Workshop. Name and shame. It's a thing that side of the water, but luckily, yeah, it is. Some of them go on like that, are they? Go on, name and shame. You're free to say what you want here, within reason. Which means you're not. Radio, TV, phono, no. Yeah. The man in Canada, I'd say, that's what I was thinking too, but I didn't want to say that. I wanted him to say that. Yeah. Radio, TV. Everyone hates him but me. He's not the worst fucker in the world. Don't mean all American guys, just specific to what I've seen. Adrian's Digital Basement, for one, in the UK, I've noticed. Look, Mum, no computer does it too. Yeah, I've seen a bit of his stuff, alright. There was one episode where he bought a church organ and I think he was sticking it in his house or something. I don't know how he got on with that. Does he have some sort of a museum or something as well? Or I don't know what the crack is with that chap. He's a bit mental. I guess it's down to taste. I like both of those, especially Carlson. Yeah, I don't watch much of his stuff, to be honest. But yeah, he knows what he's talking about. I like him too, but he is extremely methodical. You could do with watching him on Two Spade. I have watched him on Two Spade. I like TV, Phono, and Shango. They seem good. Yeah. He does have a museum. Yeah, I thought that already. Dennis. Mr. Carlson. I passed a comment asking for clarification and he ripped into me. Haven't returned to his channel since. Oh. Mr. Carlson. Neil deGrasse Tyson does my head in. Yeah, I've seen him. I've listened to a couple of interviews of him years ago on the Art Bell show. And I seen a bit of him on Joe Rogan, but he was stoned out of his mallet. So he wasn't making much sense. But yeah, after that, I haven't seen a whole lot of Besides, if everyone did the exact same thing, the world would get rather boring. It would. Sam Battle has a museum. He's absolutely butchered. He absolutely butchered a valve tester, put caps on flying leads everywhere, took all the mustards out. Why did you do that? That doesn't make sense. Shango was a lunatic, but he's a dedicated one, and what he doesn't know about Americans of the 50s and 70s isn't worth knowing yet. Or Americana, oh yeah. Joe Rogan never makes sense, full stop, yeah. Joe just goes with Anton, you know. It doesn't matter who he's talking to, he just agrees. He's like, whoa, no way, man. No way. You could say Anton to him, he'd swallow an egg, that fella. Glasslinger is opposite, very decent, and loads of good videos to learn from, yeah. Watched a bit of their stuff. Shango and Banders on TV are my fave. The rest are just annoying. JP Dillon is good, still making a business. Blah, blah. And there's a nice variety of stuff. I like that Odgnod chap. He swears at TV sometimes. He does, gets himself in trouble. Chipmunk says that's because Americans don't know science. Some have no idea what they are doing. Yeah. Shango vids are okay. Like your favourite nutter who knows what he's doing. Yeah, I don't know who he is talking about, Dennis Hardy. He recapped it, Odgnodge. The leads were short on modern types, so he put a yeah, but we can get modern capacitors with long leads. That's not an issue. You know, readily available. I do wonder sometimes. Anyway, I've never had to replace a Mullard mustard cap in my life, and I probably never will. Unless, I don't know, a lead falls off it or something. Ham Radio 2. Shango's wry commentary on the ads, endless medications and lawyers, is funny. He was really born about 50 years too late. Yeah, most likely. Oh, yes. Michael Dranfield, help Colin out with a video 2000. Oh. I don't watch the American ham radio channels. Half of this is shilling handheld radios and antennas. Yeah. It's how you make the video. He just has the knack. That TV still got colour in it. Yeah, just about. Blue blanking. Yeah. it's on the way. I think the transistor goes leaky and it just gets gradually more and more blue until it goes bing, and then that's it. It's the driver transistor, not the output. Yeah. Anyway. Bah! It'll go ping, yeah. Chipmunk thought it was black and white. Doesn't it looks worse on the camera than it is in real life. Tell the TV off. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything to you. It hasn't lost red. It's just gone blue. Red's still there. It's just going all blue. David Tipton and Manuel are serious hobbyists. Their hobby is as much YouTube as it is electronics, and they are equally skilled at both. So, Rob's radio channel says that he's watching me and I'm not buffering, and he's watching Andy and Andy is buffering. That's strange. I'm watching Andy on my phone. I just have it on here just to see, and it's not buffering for me. That's strange. It's hard to know. Never worked on any V2000s, but have an N1500 that were fun cassettes. Would a Philips video disc player now be classed as vintage? It sure wouldn't, it? Any obsolete media devices vintage are surely worth having a look at least. Did anyone see the Dennis Norton demo on N1500? Kev B says his first VCR was nearly an N1700, but he ended up with a Betamax. Probably the better move of the two. Betamax lasted a bit longer anyway. Our first video was a grunting one, bloody expensive and complicated, very old timer record method. You didn't select the program number, you had to put in the actual VHF UHF channel number. Yes, I see in that where Shango put the wax caps into transformer wax, alright, and boil the moisture out of them. Now there was, I remember reading years ago in one of the many wireless world or practical wireless magazines that I have here, going back to during the war, they did something. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if they ran a high voltage through the cap or they did something. But they were doing something with the paper caps that had gone leaky to bring them back, to get the water out of them. I think they were, I don't know if they were putting them in boiling oil though. I'm not sure. But I've heard of it already, about rejuvenating paper caps. Now, obviously, it's not something that you do now. But obviously, wartime problems with supply, you'd do anything to get something working again. And it is feasible. The only thing that happens is the water gets in and then they become conductive. So if you can get the moisture out, she should go again. Michael Tranfair, Sharp 9300, my first second-hand video I used in my bedroom. I think it was only an experiment he was doing. I don't think he was doing it in any serious. The wax they used on the pre-war caps was hygroscopic, so you had to dip them in paraffin wax after. Yeah, they were still bloody hygroscopic. It's going very blue now. It starts leaking. So it's either a transistor or could even be the board as it heats up has gone conductive, which is quite possible too, given the life that this television has had. Rather sad. Abused old television. Josh, do paper caps break down? Not break down over time. They do. They do, but they also suck in moisture. That's the failure method. Or one of the failure methods. One of the few videos on Chipmunk's channel is taking a vintage telephone cap apart. Absolutely. When I was doing my pre-war set, I experimented with splitting the cap cases and putting new types inside. Too messy, and ended up sticking mustards and Russian types in there. Yeah, I'm not into restuffing or any of that myself. It's not something that floats me boat. We had TVs, and often I could watch Central on a really good day. I could get LWT and things. Let's see. We have 33 watching now. We could get 2 transmitters, sometimes different local news, but then I didn't even switch to following the same local news as Rowage, so that was the end of that. Yeah, it was interesting that, alright, if you're in a good spot in England, you could have 3 or 4 different programs on the old ITA. Is Retro Electro Workshop still going, or has it been taken off the air after the jukebox? I believe it's still going. I don't hear mention of it in any of the forums anymore. So I think mention it on the forums is banned now. What was the jukebox disaster? I shall let someone else. Unsurprising. Mild descent is frowned on over there. Yeah. Yes, indeed. We won't get into a thing about forums this week. I think we covered that last week and the week before sufficiently. Except to say, I think it's fair to say that I think interest in forums is probably dying off in some sections of life. Probably just as well, Roundy. Yeah, some of it was good. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm not really into watching television anyway. So, you know, it's not for me to start with. But, yeah, I don't know. It's all what you're into. Do I still listen to Long Wave 252? No, I'm not really into Algerian radio. Alan Hurst had 4 regions on the hilltop. Lovely stuff. Kev B wouldn't recommend it. Do. Oh, good news from Roundy Mooney. The lad in Kilworth seems to have stopped trying to sell his modified radios, which is good. That is good news. I see he did a lovely little Russian one there. I've got 2 of them here. Very, very poor. Little radios didn't deserve that. He must have sold a couple of them, but he went mad. I remember he actually turned up on the UK Vintage Forum looking for radios. But needless to say, when he explained what he wanted them for, he didn't get too far. I'll be honest with you, like, I think I'd rather smash a radio up before I'd do that to it. Do you remember the 10-minute cooking show? Usually daytime. You only saw hands, never the faces. Possibly a husband wife team. They were huge money. I hope they gave him the door. Yeah. Do. Bloody upcyclers, right? I won't name him. He's no hobbyist. He was gutting sets and fitting modern Bluetooth mods, and in some cases, light bulbs to the top of them. Cameras too. Little brown box brownies and all that. Yeah. Depressing, all right. I don't think I want any more radios at the minute, Tommy. Thanks very much, though. I've quite a collection of radios from the Soviet Union. One I was just looking at here the other day, which I must make a video on. And it does need a bit of work, but it has been covered on YouTube before. However, my one is new in the box. Shangaroo did a video on one of these a couple of years ago. Super duper. We got all the gear with it too. I shouldn't be showing you this. This is exclusive. We got the instruction booklet. We got the guarantee card, which you post off to Technical and Optical London. Then we open it up and we have the radio. Ooh, the radio. Look at that. New old stock. Never had the man on its back. And like the one that Shango had, it is not happy either. We did try it, it does not work. It makes some odd squealy noises. We think there's going to be electrolytic action. Don't drop it, I won't drop it. I won't drop it. Look at that. New lad. New. I got that at the MVCF / Retro Tech last year. I didn't pay a whole lot for it either. I was looking at it not long ago and I left the batteries in it. Has it decided it's going to start working? Granted, we have a television on 3 foot away from it. Let's turn him off. Oh. A radio station. A little Illusion jet in there, yeah. Sounds like an L62 taking off. It sounds like a shortwave station or medium wave, so that can't be good. Anyway, that's one for another night. You know, it's going to break me heart opening this because it's obviously it still has the sail covering the screw. Maybe it should be left alone. There's one now. Because it's original, should it just be left alone? Does it have to work? I'll put it away later. Yeah. Should I do a poll? Now, let me catch up with the chat again. It was very exciting. Poll! Everyone knows a poll. There, 52 doesn't like USSR crap. That's terrible. That is terrible. Put up a poll to see if we should put up a poll. Need some flying bomb batteries, yeah. Let's do a poll then. Yeah, why not? I'll take that down now, by the way, as we don't seem to be having an issue with the live stream now, thankfully. Well, that is one alright for the Bucks. Tommy. Yeah, Paul. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Yeah. I'd be inclined to agree, Roundies. A lot of USSR stuff I've come across has been certainly well made. Oh, it's a split vote. It's hard to know. Remember, vote early, vote often. Beyond restored December. It was never green. No, never had a. Oh wait, no, you're right. Yeah, thought you were talking about this. Yes, indeed. It's a different light bulb this week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I now know I'm not losing. Only if it was a rare collector's item, then maybe leave it just as it is. Well, I don't know how rare it is. I mean, based on the Soviet Union, they probably made 10 million of them. But Jim Gordon's from Dundee just joined the Vintage Radio Repair Restoration Forum mentioned by you. Oh, very good. There you go. Jim Gordon. Good to have you aboard, Jim. Michael Dranfield says he is now something else missing from the workshop. Avo meters. No, they're not missing. They've just been moved. No, I think that 9-volt battery was moved. You see. Michael's on the ball. No, about batteries don't come and can't. Oh, I see, Michael. Yes, I see what Michael is digging at here. Indeed. Oh, and it's 9:20, but the clock says it's 10:25. We must do something about that when we think about it too. Kev B got an Avo today. Don't tell Michael. Michael told me a rather unfortunate story that happened to him as a child, which put him off Avo meters for life. So there's a reason why he doesn't like Avo meters. I knew there was, and I quizzed him when I was over there, you see. You see, you wouldn't say it in open forum here, but I got it out of him, and I can understand. Do. The batteries in the remote are going flat as well. Let's see if this will come on again. Pretty crap looking. I'll leave him on for a while, anyway. Yeah, it is quite incredible that television works at all. Given the light that it had LED. Avos do overuse. You can stand them on and then to get to a high shelf. No, 3mm banana leads should fit your Avo standard. Unless it's something really old and peculiar. Oh, the multi-miner, yeah. Oh, yeah, multi-miner, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're 3mm. I think they are. Not sure. I have a couple of them here. The really old ones use different ones, are it depends if it's a pre-war one or whatever. I'm not all that up in the different Avos to the extent that some people are. I know a 7 from a 10, an 8, or a 40 are right. Is that Carol? That's Carol Hersey, all right. The multi-miner does use smaller leads. Yeah. Those are right. The later ones don't. Test card still creeps me out. Barry is here, so good evening, Barry. The USSR Uganda TV was rented out here in Dundee to a tugboat company. The boat sunk, it was raised. The Ragonda thoroughly dried and it worked. It was built like a tank and almost looked like one. Yeah, I heard about them Ragondas, all right. They were over here too. Sadly, I never got my hands on one. But I believe they were an interesting seller, all right. Indeed, it was probably the earlier valve one, was it? You can repair transformers by heating them in the oven. I've done it a few times, yeah, but I don't think it's the best method. I think you're always going to have a little bit of dampness inside. So, as has been discussed many times, I think the only real way of doing it is, and I didn't invent this by any stretch of the imagination, but running a DC current through the line output transformer. Dissipate a couple of watts through it, using your Ohm's law, and you just want to get the line output transformer warm, and you're going to dry it. It's going to heat up from the inside out, so it's going to dry the moisture out. Low level current, as Roundy Mooney says, yeah, current as well, Odgenod, yeah. No, that's probably my number one way of doing it. Besides, you can leave the transformer in the set if you do that. You don't want to be, some of these transformers are pretty delicate. You don't want to be floating around with them. The less disturbance with them, the better. The Solara is hanging in there, yeah. Well, look, the practical side of me says throw it in the bin, but we've probably scrap better, all right. But however, I just have a feeling, unless the line output transformer goes kablamo in it, it might live to see another day. The only thing is, though, I actually have another Solara J set that's in nice nick, but it's a 22-inch, but I think it needs a line output transformer. So, don't know. Right, the Powell that we discussed earlier, that everyone enjoys, the result of which will now be 2/3 of you would like to see the television repaired, or the radio repaired, and 1/3 of you would not. If that is the case, it would live on in some form. Well, this is it. Okay, Mr. Studio Workshop, sir, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Mind yourself. Thanks for calling in. Da! Good man, Mounty. Good night, and we will catch you in the next one. No problems with a jelly pot lap, that's right. They are bulletproof. Oh, he's specifically talking about those little transistor sets. I once ran 10 milliamp through one and it went open. No. Lesson learned, alright. Fixed a heavy duty switch mode power supply on work last week and was looking for a way to load it for a soak test. Remembered Mike's Electric Stuff video where he used a coil of wire in a bucket of water, worked a tree. Nice one. Yeah, that sounds good, Ollie. Can't even find my multi-miner, but I did Find a GPO number one headset, a Brown, some razor blades, and a 109G amplifier. Yeah, the things you find when you're looking for something else. Indeed. Far to C cells, and I got some C cells here the other day. It's amazing how stuff accumulates, alright. Right, I'm going in, but I shall return shortly. No sign of White Sapphire tonight, is there? No, there was. She was in earlier on. She has vanished. She was in at the start of the stream. I'm sure she's in the background somewhat. Right. She was here, yeah. She won't be too far. Alright. Turn on the outside light so I can see where I go. Thou hast returned. You're looking a bit blue in the face, Carol. Oh. Let me catch up here. What's going on? Where did I cut off? Blah, blah, blah. Being heard all right here? Yeah, okay. See the modulation light on the microphone? Sometimes I'm not sure. Okay, White Sapphire, we wish you well. We are missing the one string orchestra. We need to get them back out. Be some crack, God forbid, if poor JJ returned and the Solara had expired in his absence. Yeah, but you see, I know it's safe to leave it on here because you are watching, so it's okay. Yo Hendricks. Rob's radio channel asks, do I deserve to be banned off here? I shouldn't think so. Thank you very much for the donation. No, I don't think you deserve to be banned off here. In all the years that I'm doing this, I only ever had to ban one person. Or two. But they said some incredibly nasty things and stuff. But I have to say that YouTube has been overall a very positive experience in the time that I'm doing it. Sure, it's alright. If it spills, it's used to water anyway. We've learned that it's waterproof. We'd be unlucky if it actually set fire to the place, wouldn't we? Be entertaining. Good answer. It could be the answer to all my problems. I'm on the My Waddy again, yeah. Mr. Half Bottle of Audio Al is here. Good to have you aboard, sir. I think they take the hooch. My two are well reared now, so maybe I'm wrong. Did you leave the door open when you came in? It's perishing cold in here tonight. Why does the ceiling light look red? That's because it is red, Tommy. Yeah, no, we're doing well. 40 people watching. I do wonder what was the highest ever we had, Roundy? What was the highest ever we had here? I think it was 50 something. Was it? Did we hit 50? Any sign of the cat? Nah, not today. No, he was around yesterday, alright. Yeah, the cat's doing well. The great thing about having a neighbour's cat that comes in is you get to have all the crack with it, and then it goes home to get fed. Super. Yes, I was gonna do something there, but I don't know what I was gonna do. I did have a plan. You're looking very blue in the face now, Carol. I think we'll turn you off before you blow up. Do do do. Do 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 do. Underscore still here. Oh, thank you very much, Chipmunk. Fair play to you. Good man. Good man, Chip. Yup. Remember some time ago, we were discussing this little fecker. I found this again the other day. The ATS-20. I was gonna plug the long wire into it and just see if we can hear anything of interest on it for the crack. You're familiar with chips and things, and you were saying that the chip that they use, the SI, whatever it was, wasn't great, but that a better one could be made with a different chip. But I'm just wondering, how hard would it be to make a radio of that size and blah 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 that's actually usable? You know, why couldn't they just go the extra hog and use the better chip or whatever that you were saying at the time? Let's I do have a little converter thing somewhere that converts BNC to banana, but yeah, like everything, you never find it when you want it. So we've put the long wire on this now. So let's see. Go shortwave. Strange. There's 252 coming in. Does work. Not bad. It's on the long wire there. I never. Oh yeah, I seen that before, Chipmunk. Yeah. Drawing pictures in the SDR waterfalls. Yeah, that's a new thing. You still have yours. I did play with it here one evening. Yeah, it was a long time ago now. An underscore bought one on my recommendation. Well, I didn't recommend it, but he bought one for the crack anyway, and we found it wasn't super duper. Now it's picking up a lot of noise. It's probably picking up the computer and that, so we have to give it a half an easy time. Let's see. I've all sorts of chargers and things plugged in here at the minute as well, so that's not going to help. He found out that, yeah, the BFO wasn't in here. He found all sorts of problems with it. Troy, blah, blah, blah. Underscore says, Troy 6622 Shanwick. Right, let's go. So let's try and turn in Radio 4 first for the crack. Oh, it's going past it. There's Radio Scotland on medium wave, just happens to steaming in. Not bad. Actually, let me draw you 1440. Yeah, down the noise. Yeah, not great. Right, 6622 Shanwick. The band switching is a bit of a pain on it too, alright. And that will be USB. Nope, nothing. Bit of 40 meters there. Let me see. Good man, Rob. Fair play to you. Rob got another one fixed. The bloody contesters. CQ con, dog screaming CQ contest over on. Is that TV both that TV and the radio? Nope, it's only a television.
Alpha 1 Alpha 9 America 1 America contact. Take your contact 9 Alpha 1 Alpha 9 America 1 America contact. Take your contact 9 Alpha 1 Alpha 9 America 1 America contact.
40 meters comes in well on it, but all it is people turning on their Nilfist covers and they stand and put their foot on them.
Take your contact 9 Alpha 1 Alpha 9 America 1 America contact.
We've been doing waterfall art for years, long before SDR even had a concept. It was called Hellenschreiber, and the output looked like 7-pixel high faxes on ticket tape. Oh, interesting. We can just about make out the buzzer in the background there. Not too much interference in here. Sounds interesting, alright. They're all roaring contest of one another on 80 metres too. Brutal. Next comfort break, JJ, you must treat us to 252. Maybe I will. Maybe I will actually, yeah. It's a good idea. You want to be careful what you ask for, only. Do, 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 do. Let's see how the old Texan PL330 copes.
Mexico 9 India.
Yeah, the audio on that's much better.
City contact Mexico 9 India. 9 India.
We'll see how the buzzer comes in on this one.
City contact Mexico.
I think that's enough of that. Yerp. Oh. Off. Let me catch up with the old chatteroonie again. Is there a way I can check for a shorted flyback in an all-in-one Mac? Rob has to buy some SMDs for his Sony radio. SMD caps, the evil of all. All evils. Terrible. Bloody rubbish. Are you sure? It's 99 and it's a CRT. Pretty modern for me. Oh yes, the customized boot screen, yes. Let's have a look at that on this one. Doo-doo-doo. Garbage non-linear oscillator. Good man. Roundy is always the man to send stuff to. I'm brutal with that. Good evening, Reese. Welcome aboard. Only thing worth what I paid for it is the case. Jeez. What frequency is the buzzer? Inquires Rob. It's 4625 kilohertz. Or thereabouts. I think it drifts a little bit. It's Michael, the TV repaired god himself. Oh, I'm not your successor, Michael. You're looking in the wrong place. I'm going to get sick of TVs next week and throw them all the dump. I haven't got the staying power on Michael. um, indeed. We're nearly 2 hours into this now. Would you believe that? ATS radio was overloaded when it sounds like a weak signal. It could be alright, yeah. I think it's susceptible to interference though in here. Quite badly. Alan Horse says I can't dump them. Oh, burn them, I suppose. There'll be good fire in them. 25 hour day, yeah, we could do one of them, alright. Most of this stuff will end up in the skip in some stage, I think. I don't mean my stuff in particular, I just mean stuff in general. People will die, successors will have no interest, etc. It's all doomed. Like those keep us out of bother, alright. That's it. It's only there for you to have your bit of crack with, and that's it. I wonder, was that the TX90, Dennis? Didn't they make a monitor version of the TX90 without the tuner in it? Charity shops are getting expensive, alright. It's getting a bit out of hand. I've noticed that myself. I've noticed the quality of stuff in charity shops has gone downhill. And I think that's because they know now what's coming in. And anything that might be anyway valuable at all is going on eBay. Odge, would you not have TV collection? I have a TV collection. I've many televisions. That sounds like a strange day, alright. I wonder what Marconi television it is. I'd like to get into TV collecting, but I'd like a mix of television technology, plasma, CRT, LCD, projection, etc. Indeed, that sounds interesting, alright. Plasma sets are getting rare. If you want a plasma, I'd get one now. They're all vanishing pretty quick. I reckon plasmas will be rarer than CRTs. I was in one recently and they wanted £8 for an untested, obviously stolen serial number metal. Yeah, Michael's not short of a few TVs. He's got plenty of them, alright. My daughter's a big ice hockey fan and walked in last night with 2 pro ice hockey sticks from the charity shop for £3. Well, you never know. Yeah, there's still bargains to be had, but I don't think there's fines like that the way there would have been, say, 15 or 20 years ago, before the internet got a hold of it. I think it's harder now. Panasonic something or other, yeah. It happens, alright. People will throw stuff out if you're not around. But we do have a high street full of charity shops now, as all the other shops close, and one shop selling clutter and obviously house clearance rubbish, trying to pass themselves off as charity. Yeah, there's a few of them going around here as well, although they have tightened up on it an awful lot in the last couple of years. The last decent thing I got was a Technics tape deck for £25 off the BHF in Dumfries. Must be about 7 years ago. Ray says he mended a plasma the other day, 2 tiny surface mount caps on these standalone PCBs with power ICs on. Couldn't find anything wrong with the caps at all. Must have been failing at a certain voltage. Yeah, that can happen, alright. That's a bugger to find. Yeah. Colorist is here from London. Good evening. At work, we had a mix of older televisions, but their e-waste policy was so strict I couldn't do anything about them. Shame, really, as there was Samsung, which only needed a power supply. There's one channel on TikTok, architectural salvage, so house clearance. Their prices were frankly obscene. Garden gnomes for hundreds of euros. With no radios, but yeah, they can get the boat. There was this 15-inch Sanyo CRT mounted on the ceiling in the main reception office, but it's unlikely that it will be taken out too much effort. There's no sign of my toolbox. Nearby neighbour. Yeah. When I bought my LG Plasma in 06, people said it would need something in a few years. I think every year TVs are changing. Yeah, they're getting crapper. They are getting crapper. I have one here actually that I looked at the other day. No, this is one that Michael Dranfey is probably saying. So, just reaffirms why I don't want flat crap in the workshop. Right. Little Samsung Smart TV, 9 years old. Very nice. Right. Backlight's intermittent. Socket here. Fell off the board in my hand when I opened it up. That's the kind of stuff you're dealing with. Other than that, perfect TV. Just unbelievable how stuff is failing. I mean, look at this piece of shit here, like. Can't be worth my Bush thing. I hate. The only thing I like about it is the old Bush logo. And the old Vestal sets. The power cord and the speakers. Yeah. All that crap. Yeah, I'm kind of finished. I don't really want to see flat screen muck coming in here. You know? No. I think the only thing I might keep off this is the high voltage electrolytic. That could come in handy for something. 100 microfarads or 450 volts. There's nothing else there. Nothing worth keeping. It's incredible, isn't it? Other than that, a lovely picture of it and all. It was grand. But just not worth doing that with. Could drive over it with the tractor. A lot of people don't associate Vestal with CRT, but no, that's right. They did all them later Bush stuff, didn't they? Into the mid-90s or whatever onwards. Oh, Jones, would you get original aerials for Hacker radios? Where would you get original aerials for Hacker radios, or just best putting on new? No idea. We have no idea where you get an original aerial for a Hacker. Because they have the little funny plastic tip on them, don't they? I don't think you get them anymore. I think people were making their own plastic tips and putting them on new aerials. But if anyone would know, it would be Radio Cruncher. He's the Hacker man, isn't he? Never had much to do with Hacker. I have a couple of Hackers here, all right, somewhere. Yeah, not something I ever had a whole lot to do with. There's one Bush telly I'd like to get my hands on. It's the Bush. UK VR had, yeah, I think Nick the Dentist did a few of them, didn't he? I seem to remember them alright. Andy from Vintage Electronics Repair shaved his head on stream the other day too. Must be a full moon or something. It could be. Yeah, it's unique because it has a built-in internet surf set, which ran a stripped down version of. I think I remember something about that in Television Magazine, all right, when it came out. Oh, that's good news for you, Chipmunk, yeah. No, Wii seems to be the popular option here, I'm afraid. The only way I can really get hold of stuff in my collection is eBay shops or swiping them when nobody's looking. That's always the way to do it, Luke. Absolutely. Ah, there's George Donaldson. How are you, George? Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. And yourself? If you want a plasma television, look no further. Indeed. Michael Tranfey will be able to hook you up with a few hundred. Pity the tips are so strict now. Yeah. There's 3 on eBay. Norman, only one's cheap though. I wouldn't dare ship it for the life of me. I've seen what shipping does to retro computers. And they, George, same. We're about in the same boat, so George. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a different scene now, Chipmunk. Try shipping a Bakelite radio. Indeed, that never. Hodge, would you not check LED's backlight with multimeter? The LEDs are working. It's the connector that's the problem. She's scrapped now anyway. Back in the 90s, I remember getting loads of goodies from council dumps. Yeah, different scene back then, alright. Indeed, Luke. Michael is your man. Yeah, used to come across that a lot in the shop because we used to repair vacuum cleaners as well. We did all household stuff, not those televisions, and a lot of the repairs were just blocked filters, and then everything else got blocked and whatnot. But yeah, interesting days. RF generators, indeed. Yeah, you knew when you lived near the plasma TV if you were into ham radio, alright. Finding a DLP projector will be hard. Yeah, the CRT versions seem to be US only, and they're very commonly thrown out because nobody wants them. They're also sadly prime for copper scrappers. Yeah. No, they just think that the dust goes in and vanishes, and that's the end of it. I was never a fan of Dyson. Never. It'd be Nilfisk or Miele now would be my two favourites. Yeah, it's amazing the damage that someone will do for a couple of quid's worth of copper or lead. You know, it's not actually worth that much. You think it was gold the way to go on about it? Yeah, let's see who we got participating in the chat tonight here now live. We have George, Jim, Kev Bay, Luke Davis, Michael Dranfield, Ray Bourne, Norma Dundee, Reese, Rob's Radio Channel, and the Chipmunk. And White Sapphire, of course. Everyone on Reddit tells me to avoid projection sets due to convergence issues and overheating, but they don't really seem to grasp the concept of modification and repair. Indeed. Radio Restorations by Colin is also here. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Norma Donnelly is still here, indeed. Stick a couple of fans in and that's your overheating sorted, indeed. Reese says, I've got a Daewoo CRT VCR combo I found in the garden and I'm hoping to get running. I did it for a day. It did work for a day, and then the focus died. Now there's no picture apart from faint flyback lines. Ooh. Jungle I see has rusted pins. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Brilliant picture while it worked though. Yeah. Yeah, give it a good clean. Yeah, you gotta run the day I found it instead of leaving it to dry out like a normal person would. I'm sure, look, that can be a bit of crack too sometimes, you know? See if this will come on again for the cracky. Oh. Ooh, electricity. You know, it does this thing that I've only ever heard a couple of TVs doing, and this is one for Michael Granville if he's listening. When you switch it on, about 2 or 3 seconds after you switch it on, the shadow mask makes a crack. And it does it every time. I only heard it on a couple of televisions. There's no Bush AA23 with a Japanese Nippon Denso tube in it, and it does it too. But it's just odd. There goes again. Here. Strange. The cap spewed its guts at one point. I hate waiting. I think when the cap spews its guts is you have to clean up all the electrolytic goo that comes out. It's conductive. No, it's not degaussing. It's a particular sound that's you know what it is when you hear the kind of thing, you know. Probably won't pick it up on the camera. Yeah, the old Bush AA23 with this Japanese Nippon Denso tube in it. If it was on for an hour or two and it was nice and hot, and you'd switch it off and you could hear the shadow mask contracting inside, like almost like the exhaust on a hot car. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, odd, alright. Where's Carol? Oh, let's go. I turned her off. Look. Beep. There she is. Very blue in the face. She's there, Amy. She's getting bluer in the face. She is. She's very blue in the face now. She'll be alright. When we did get the grayscale set up on her for a while there the other day, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, major work in that to make it work right again. No, it's definitely not the degaussing. In one of Michael's vids I watched the other day, he explained about the CRT being a capacitor. Yeah, and about the grounding strap and the coating on the outside of the tube. I might go back and check this. Nothing wrong with a blue movie, says Michael. Degauss noises sound amazing. My favourites being Apple eMac, EZO, FlexiScan, and the Panasonic Panasync 5G. The shadow mask frame, big old fat tubes, were a piece of engineering. They were indeed. The blue scale, you mean? Very good round. Get the tube blaster on and see if what the blue was like. And see what the tube was like. Tube's alright, it's not the tube. Because we had the grayscale set up and it's I think it's either a leaky video transistor or the board could be going conductive. Something like that. But I don't suspect the tube. You see how quick it came up there the second time when I switched it on. So that's one way of knowing it's alright. Fixed my Samsung 19-inch monitor today. Just on board. Feels luckily, but had to order some in. Never get in line with that. Guess I know. What about that? Chipmunk, everyone knows about the EHT, but I didn't when I unplugged the earth wire from the tube grounding strap. Yeah, you get a fright, alright. Yeah, it's not as bad as you think. Mm. Seen one old dude years ago. Um, pulled down at a Pi V510 automatic on the bench in the TV shop that we were doing up. This is about 15 years ago. And there was an old boy come into the shop, and he was an ex-TV repairman. He was out with years. He was an old boy. And he was looking at it, and had it on, and he says, I'll show you a trick. Um, and he got his finger and he stuck it to the anode of the line output valve, and of course the TV went off. Yeah, it was strange, alright. It didn't bother him at all. I also seen an electrician once who used to stick his finger into the BC sockets to see if they were live. Bah. Yeah, that one's on. Some lads, I don't know, they get a resistivity to electricity or something. Sure, a few of you electrician fellas came across outflows like that. Um, um, We've been unplugged for days. Yeah, they'll hold the charge already. Sometimes. Is it possibly a bad earth on the tube actually given its immersion? Oh. One thing I never thought of doing was wiggling the tube base. It's a thought, Roundy. Don't want to lick the focus. That wouldn't be good. Focus is there, right? We'll stay away from the focus. Ouchies. Maybe that's half the problem, but not the whole story. I'll tell you what, we'll meet you halfway. We'll knock it off. Take the tube base off and see what the crack is. What do the pins look like? No, pins look very nice actually, but as we're there, we'll give it a bang of spray anyway. Choo. Bang. Shadow Mask again. Super. I'm getting that now. This looks great, isn't it? Eh. That's not good at all. What's going wrong now? I don't know. Tube's not lit for a start. Maybe that was a straw that broke the camel's back. Could be. Even the scope is flatlined. Who's here? Chris TV Tech. Hello, just watching the live stream here. Good evening, Chris. Good to have you aboard. Photonic Induction is some boy, alright. Be good to see him back on. He was doing some very interesting stuff there when he came back for a while. You can't see a heater or anything. I wonder if something tragic happened. Wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility that the line output transformer or something just went at the same time. I love the Mercury arc rectifier videos. There's something magical about them. I agree. Well, we've A1 volts anyway. I think the tube was cut off, maybe. I think this is one for tomorrow. The drives are there too, but I can't see a heater in the neck. So I hope something tragic hasn't happened, like the heater going open circuit or something. Well, nothing would surprise me. No, flyback isn't dead, I don't think. We have A1 voltage and stuff. We would not have the A1. We would not have A1 voltage if the line output stage wasn't working. But I don't see the tube heater lit. So, I don't know. I'll have a look at it tomorrow. So that's the crack anyway. Bad contact in the heater circuit. Yeah. It's possible. Hmm. I'll try it once more just for the crack. EHDR, yeah, well, that's there. Nothing. Very sad indeed. I think it's a problem with the heater. Anyway, we'll look at it tomorrow. It was far from alright before I wiggled the CRT base. Far from alright. I don't think it's a bad contact. I don't know. I'll have a look tomorrow. We'll see. It's not the end of the world anyway. The mic is buzzing again. I wonder. Right, sure, I'm going to pull the plug here anyway. It's 10 to 11. Pin dropped off the CRT heater due to rust. Now the pins are spotless on it, so it's not that. Get it properly on the bench. Let's have a look. Not tonight at 11 o'clock. I absolutely loathe the UK immigration. I will refuse to get out of the way for them. It will be solder joints or corrosion. The high current, low voltage is notorious. It is indeed. Lol, I spent one Christmas Eve morning with a Betamax machine in the shed. Can anyone guess what the problem was? Damp. Belts. Hint, it was typical UK Christmas. All right, lads. I'm gonna pull the plug. Yeah, well, we used to see that a lot in the TV shop. Machines, damp, and problems there with. Yeah. All right. Thanks very much. A special thank you to Roundy Mooney for all his help in putting up links and interesting things, and also a big thanks to Michael Dranfield, Rob's Radio, and the Chipmunk for their very generous donations to the channel, which keep the thing on the road. From now on, I won't be monetizing these live streams because it's an absolute waste of time, and it's putting too many ads and things your way, which is disturbing the equilibrium. So we'll just go with that. Nobody's seen an ad tonight, I take it. Don't know. YouTube will probably start spitting them out themselves anyway, but we'll see. Yeah, so thank you to everyone for tuning in. And to top participants, underscore Dennis, Ian Deacon, Jennifer Moynan, Kev B, Luke Davis, Michael Dranfield, Norma Donny, Radio Restorations by Colin Barty, Rob's Radio Channel, Roundy Mooney, The Chipmunk, White Sapphire, and anyone else that was here earlier on as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in on this Sunday evening. We'll see you again next month, soon enough. And mind yourselves out there. Right, good luck. And catch us again. Bye-bye.